Today's devotional is pretty simple and yet challenging. It's a prayer. It is a prayer that is about how we start our day. It is a prayer written by John Baillie. And I'm not expecting any of us to have this exact prayer in the morning before we start our day. But I think it's a good reminder of how we should start our day and be mindful of how God guides our steps throughout the day. So listen to this prayer. Close your eyes if you want, feel the prayer, or just leave your eyes open, but maybe stare at something that you love. Maybe just focus on the love of God or the love of all that He's blessed you with. Or maybe just join me in prayer, lifting up everything that's gone on for you today to God. It's called First Morning, My First Thought. Eternal Father of my soul, let my first thought today be of you. Let my first impulse be to worship you. Let my first speech be your name. Let my first action be to kneel before you in prayer. For your perfect wisdom and perfect goodness. For the love which you love mankind. For the love which you love me. For the great and mysterious opportunity of my life. For the indwelling of your Spirit in my heart, for the sevenfold gifts of your Spirit, I praise and worship you, O Lord. Yet let me not, when this morning prayer is said, think that my worship ended and spend the day in forgetfulness of you. Rather, from these moments of quietness, let light go forth and joy and power that will remain with me through all the hours of the day. Keep me chaste in thought, keeping me temperate and truthful in speech, keeping me faithful and diligent in my work, keeping me humble in my estimation of myself, keeping me honorable and generous in my dealings with others, keeping me loyal to every hallowed memory of the past, keeping me mindful of my eternal destiny as a child of yours. Through Jesus Christ my Lord. Amen. Isn't that a beautiful prayer? Now, as I said, it's not expected to be word for word for your morning prayer, but in your words this week, your challenge is to pray in the morning before the chaos of the world hits you, before the day begins, and pray that God continues to center you throughout the day. And then, if that isn't enough, an additional challenge is as the day goes on, if you find that you are pulling further and further away from that peace that the prayer brought you in the early morning, find ways to pull you back into God's fold, into that peace that you had, and find ways to sustain the peace and the prayer that you had in the early morning. As the hours escape you in the day, find ways to continue to hold on and put God first and foremost, and maybe lift up the continued prayer that you started in that day. And then, one more thing, if you find ways that you can continue to sustain that prayer from the beginning of the day to the end, share that with somebody else. Share the way and the success that you've had in keeping that piece of prayer sustained through the entire day. Wouldn't it be amazing to have the complete peace of God that you began your day with at the end of the day? That is truly something to be thankful for. Okay, you've got your challenge. Let's see what we can do with it. Take care. God bless. See you next week for another challenge.